Good morning and welcome to Q Breakfast. As usual, my name is DJ Shosta, and today happens to be a very special day because whether you like it or not, governments play a huge role in our daily lives, ranging from the amount of tax you pay when you buy sugar in the morning to what kind of roads you will have where you come from. Now, since we know that government impacts various choices we make, it's the reason we take the time to understand the people in government, as well as the people that are aspiring to be. Because of having this understanding, this can actually help you determine the best course of action for yourself and your family regarding a wide range of issues. Okay, but of course, voting in being the major one. This morning, allow me to welcome to the show President of the United Party for National Development (UPND). He's a businessman, farmer, and the newly acquired name Baliwan. Hakainde Hichilema. Good morning, Mr. President.
Good morning, DJ Shosta, Jackson Piri. Good morning, listeners, wherever you are. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, first of all, I'd like to thank you so much for allowing us to have breakfast at your residence.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you guys. It's more important to have you guys here. Really, I mean, we're most fortunate.
Beautiful. So, I was laughing with my friends. Like, I was warned nicely that I was not going to be allowed if I didn't come with a mask. So I needed to make sure that we're following the guidelines, the set guidelines here for us to be safe here. So I'm glad that there are those measures, Mr. President.
We value your life. We value lives of all the 17 million Zambians. Thank you. Life is a gift from God.
Beautiful. Mr. President, let's start. Let's begin off by saying some people believe you have a simplistic way of addressing the many challenges facing the country when it's very clear that a lot of work has to be done. I want to know if you, the time you become president, then if you give details, how often do you give details? For instance, how you intend to fix the economy when you become president?
I think the first thing to say is that the economy is in a mess and it needs to be fixed. Citizens are in distress. They have no food in homes other than a small clique of PF zealots that are eating taxpayers' money when the owners of the money, the 17 million Zambians, are suffering. It's a very small clique. It's getting smaller by the day. That's a fact we must accept. And as a consequence of that, we all need to agree that we have to redirect the economy. To redirect the economy, to fix the economy, we need a leadership that has a vision, that has the capacity to implement programs, projects, activities that will restore the economic performance that we've lost, which PF founded, the economy growing at 7%, to now less than 2%, in fact, this year to negative. That is unquestionable. So the issue is that if the team that takes over, when the team that takes over knows how to manage the economy, it sounds clear, yes, because that's what it should be. It sounds complicated and unclear when you have a visionless leadership like we have now. So that's the problem we're having now. Zambians have begun to think that no jobs, no money in our homes, even when we're promised, is normal. That is not normal. This is abnormal. So we who are saying normal things, that we need children to be in school, we need those who have completed school to have jobs, we need people to have businesses, we need households to be able to sell something, be it at the market, we are viewed as being abnormal, therefore called simplistic. We are the normal ones. We are the ones that will help this country out of its problems.
Mr. President, if the take-home point here is the team, you're saying that if the team has got a way around how to change the economy, then things are going to turn around. Isn't it the message that everyone comes with to say, doesn't it just sound the same as everybody else?
Yeah, how can it be the same, DJ Shosta? It cannot be the same. At the time of President Mwanawasa, you saw the economy growing. You saw us reduce our debt levels to almost minimum. You saw it yourself. Numbers don't lie. We saw it. People's businesses were functioning. Citizens were in jobs. At least reasonable number of citizens were in jobs. The mines were functioning. Today, look at KCM. Just look at KCM.
I'll come to the mines a little bit later. But now I want to find out when you look at the PF government right now. What do you think the PF has gone wrong in terms of economic management? And also another question that I want to accompany that one is, why wait until the time you become president? Why not share the solutions now? So what do you think the economic management, and why wait, not share solutions now?
Well, first we must all agree, as I said at the beginning, right, DJ Shosta, that these colleagues in office have no vision. It starts with a vision. Even the Bible is clear. Where there is no vision in the leadership, the people perish. That is why people are perishing now, because there's no vision in the PF leadership. By their own admission, number one. Number two, they never had interest in running this country. They sought public office to look after themselves. How do I know that? Listen to one of the ministers, Lusambo, saying, abusing Panji Kaunda, the first son of the first president of Zambia, Dr. Kaunda, saying, you had the opportunity when your father was in government to steal money, right? So that you can look after yourselves. This is a minister. No such minister can say a thing like that under the UPND leadership of Bali HH and survive 1 hour in office. Never. So it tells you the culture that is there. No interest in the welfare of the people. The connotation of accusing Panji Kaunda that you did not steal enough, you did not earn enough when your father was president, underscores the third point I want to make, which is that there is corruption under the PF leadership. And corruption takes away resources from citizens. It's not available. Resources are not available for distribution to citizens because resources are now stolen by a small number of people. Even this empowerment fund, you see, youth empowerment activity, it's just a gimmick to steal money from citizens. I'm sure we'll talk about that. So I have said three things here to remind you, DJ Shosta, because you are the moderator here, to remind listeners that. First, leaderships are not the same. If leaderships were the same, there would have been no need for elections to choose new leaders. We would have had one set of leaders forever until they died. The Zambian people decided, no, let's change leaders every after 5 years, every after 10 years maximum. Right? At least at the presidential level. It is because, it's because they knew there is a difference in the abilities of people to manage the economy. So that's number one. The second thing is that, so we are not the same. The second thing is that there's no vision in the PF. The third thing is that there's no interest in the welfare of the people, as exemplified by Lusambo. Four, there's too much corruption in the PF, which is evident. So and we will not be any of this.
So you're saying the solutions cannot be offered to the current regime? The solution is until you become president?
What solution can you offer? We offered solutions over the coronavirus fight early on in February. Because you said, why are you not offering solutions? We offer solutions. Even now, we're offering solutions. We've offered solutions all the time. But if you have no team that is interested in the welfare of the country, they will not listen to any solutions. They actually think that we're making noise. But how is it that we're making the right noises? Jackson Perry. We made noise in 2013, 2014, before anyone knew it, that the economy will collapse. And we told them, do not do certain things, because if you don't do those things, the economy will collapse. For example, we told them, don't borrow too much money, because you will not be able to sustain the debt service. Did they listen to us? Did we give them advice? Yes. Did they listen to us? No. We told them that do not use borrowed money on buying presidential jets, on buying VXs for a few people. Use the money, now that you have decided to borrow, you use that money to invest in agriculture, in tourism, in health, in education, so that we can create skills, we can create jobs, we can protect lives of citizens when they are sick. We didn't even know that Corona was coming, but we were making a visionary advisory work to, giving advisory work to PF. Did they listen? No. Where are we today? We have a dead mountain. If they listened to us, we wouldn't be in a dead mountain, because it wouldn't have just happened. Two, we told them the economy collapsed. The economy has collapsed. We told them there will be no jobs. Today there are no jobs. We told them that there will be no money, because they sang about more money in the pocket. You know, that child's song they were singing all over the show, right? There's no money. No one has money today. No business has money today. DJ Showstar, just finally, we have rendered advice. There's no leadership that will listen to advice. You need a change of leadership. 2021 presents us the opportunity as the people of Zambia, especially the youth who are being cheated over the Youth Empowerment Fund. There is nothing PF can do now which they could not do in 9 years' time. Because they promised jobs, 1 million jobs. Where are they? Nothing. They promised that there will be business.
When you talk about no leadership in PF, you not so long ago you worked with one of the people that has been with PF for a long time, and he was actually your second in your party. What message does that send in you not working with people with no vision?
Well, I don't want to comment on that individual. You know that that individual has said so many things against me. I've said nothing.
My question is, this person, they don't have visions, but you got him to be your second. What does that say about you and also the people that you want to work with?
Part of our duty as leaders is to mold people who may be in the negative side of things and bring them into positive side. That's what we attempt to do. Not just for one individual, for everybody, for all of us. We must better ourselves, because we have a society, we have a community God gave us. Our duty is to, as leaders, to work on how to gravitate people from bad ways into good ways. That's our attempt. We will continue making those attempts. Maybe that's the best way to answer that question. I mean, the other way to answer it is that in UPND, if you're unstable, you find it difficult to stay in UPND. Because we provide stable leadership, consistent. Look at what we've been saying for the last 10 plus years. Consistent. And if those in leadership were listening to us, today the country would have been better. And that's why we're saying, we're trying to advise others, they don't listen. It's time now to give us an opportunity to turn around this country's fortune, to give opportunity to the youth, to the young, to the women in the markets, to everybody. So that's my answer to your question.
Mr. President, let's move on.
Yeah.
I've been doing the maths in the last week or so. The 30 million was launched on Wednesday last week.
What is the 30 million?
The 30 million Youth Empowerment Fund.
Yes.
Then over the weekend there was a 470 million that was launched over the in the Copper Belt. Also meant to benefit the youths countrywide. Is this something that the UPND appreciates?
Well, first, this Youth Empowerment Fund comes from a background where PF has promised so many things, and they've delivered nothing. We all know that they've delivered nothing. They never delivered the 1 million jobs they talked about. They never then reduced the number to 500,000 jobs. They've never delivered those jobs. It's clear. Otherwise, graduates wouldn't have been roaming streets 5 years after graduating and they have no jobs. There wouldn't have been 50,000 medical staff and teachers put together. In fact, it's more than 50,000 who are unemployed. Yet they're trained to be in the hospitals, they're trained to be in the classrooms teaching. They wouldn't have been failure in that direction. Just a little bit. They promised that load shedding will end when there are rains, more rains. Less than Emmanuel Tola. He gave us more rains. The load shedding is getting worse as we're speaking now. Probably we are on a generator here. That's why you have this part. They promised us that there will be diesel, 5 kwacha diesel from Saudi Arabia. Where is that diesel? They promised us that anyone who has goats, you'll be able to sell goats to Saudi Arabia. No one is exporting goats to Saudi Arabia. Every promise they made failed. Can the youth fund work? No.
Is it something that you appreciate the government giving the youths 500 million to be able to better their lives?
500 million?
Yes.
Look, we stand for the youth. We want the youth to improve their opportunities, to better their lives. Every youth out there, genuine youth, knows that UPND, HH, the team in our party wants the youth to be better, starting from education, skills, going to jobs, number 2. Number 3, getting business opportunities. We want the youth to be better. But we don't want the youth to be abused by a corrupt regime that is actually now talking about an empowerment program, which is not an empowerment program. It's an appeasement program. It's a campaign program, because they have not done anything in 9 years, which they promised to do. Now they come 1 year before elections to talk about the youth empowerment program, abusing coronavirus donations, diverting these donations to the so-called youth empowerment program, diverting money that's meant to save lives. They are diverting into the youth program. Have they actually told the nation, does every youth of Zambia have access to this money? No. How are they? How can politicians be distributing checks and cash at rallies when we have not seen the adverts, the procedures for accessing this money? This is appeasement.
You are saying,
and I'm saying to the youth, take that money, it is yours, eat it. They want to woodwink you that in the next 9 months, they care for you. They don't care for you. That's your money. Take it, use it the way you want. The actual value comes after 2021 elections.
Mr. President, when you look at this in the youth empowerment, it's according to the explanation that I've gotten, it's a revolving fund. So the others will get it today, others will still be getting it. It will be an ongoing thing. Don't you think it's something that will actually develop the lives for the youth for a long time to come?
The PF have no capacity to put any system in place. They have no capacity. We all know it. If they had the capacity, the economy would have been growing at 7% where they found it, at least. The economy has gone down before COVID to 2%. Right? Kulibe ndalama, ologulisa chili chonse, kulibe ogula, because ndalama anadya abanzatu ba corruption. Anadya, kudya ndalama, sibakuta nokuta. Muntu umoza amanga 48 houses. Paja analibe ungena muboma. Analibe na kanyumba olokamosi. Analibe na ndalama. 5 years muntu alimuboma. Ayenda na matumba alifuru na ndalama. The youth have no money. All of a sudden say, "Iyi ndalama yama youth." Ni more diera muja. There's no system at all.
Are we not supposed to call people corrupt when maybe they've been found wanting by the courts of law? And isn't the court the only institution mandated to find people corrupt?
Well, my brother, why should we wait for the court to tell us that there's corruption here when 48 houses have no owner? Are you waiting for the court to tell you that there's corruption here? You can see it with your eyes. Are you waiting for the court to tell you that the Lusaka-Ndola road is supposed to cost $300 million, but they've signed a contract for $1.2 billion? Do you really need a court? DJ Shaw, star. You are the star. Do you need a judge to tell you that this 300+ kilometer road is supposed to cost, according to the benchmark, according to the comparisons in Namibia, in Botswana, elsewhere, this road should cost $300 million. But they've signed a contract for $1.2 billion. $1.2 billion less $300 million is $900 million stolen. Do you want to wait for the court to tell you that? When the Financial Intelligence Center, a government institution, has done a report, DJ Showstar, telling you that so much $2 billion has been stolen, has been misused. It is there in the Financial Intelligence Center report. It is not HH's report. It is a government institution report. It tells you. And the person who is supposed to help now prosecute and go to court calls that report infiti. You know what infiti means? It says witchcraft. Because he's there. His ministers are there. And now, which court will you go to when the Anti-Corruption Commission takes Chirupcha Chitaro to court? And I'm sure along the way someone was bribed in the Anti-Corruption Commission and goes to court and says, no, there was no corruption. This individual earned this money. Which money did he earn? What money did he have before he went into government? So you have a leadership that is covering corruption. So, and calling FIC report Mfiti. It will never happen like that under UPND. Under UPND, the FIC report comes out, DEC report comes out, Auditor General report comes out, one copy goes to the police, another copy at the same time goes to the prosecution, the public prosecutor, Director of Public Prosecutions, another goes to oversight and enforcement agencies, and they'll prosecute, and the UPND leadership will support them by giving the police professional independence, giving the Director of Public Prosecutions, support, money, and authority to prosecute. There will be no fiti. Zero tolerance to corruption is what will save you money, and that money will go to youth properly now under a system where every youth in the UPND, whether you're UPND, you are ADD, you are NDC, you are PF, you will access, or you are not aligned to any political party, you will access the youth fund in an organized way, including giving you support. What support? A market. You give a check to a youth, you haven't given them support in terms of a business plan, in terms of the market. How will that money end up in a revolving fund? DJ Showstar, that money will disappear and it will go because you have not created additional capacity and support to allow the youth to be able to invest that money. If you want a youth to invest in agriculture, what support are you giving? You want a youth to invest in fish farming. You want a youth to invest in ranching. You want a youth to invest in, if you like, growing in shaba, growing. You need to give other support, technical support, extension. The market, the price must be right under UPND. The price.
Well, there are those programs, fish farming, agriculture. I'm sure that those programs. I'm sure you've heard where people are being taught and then they are given some funds to go and better their lives. Moving on, Mr. President, what do you intend to address as a matter of urgency in reviving the economy on day one of your presidency?
Day one in office is to bring order in the country. You cannot reorganize the economy without law and order. This disorder you see under the PF now, where thugs can beat marketeers in the market, can beat PF thugs I'm talking about, can beat people at bus stops so people don't travel, can attack you from your home, where PF thugs can come to your plot, DJ Showstar, and cut your plot illegally, right? Settle on your plot illegally. It will not be there. There will be law and order. Completely. Second, immediately, there will be respect for human rights, liberties, and freedoms. People must be free to express themselves. No radio station will be closed because this is the medium we use to share business information, prices for commodities, markets, right? You don't threaten the media. Media freedoms will be assured, not the Mickey Mouse we are seeing today, right? Freedom of movement, freedom of assembly, freedom of association. Why did the youth have to assemble in the bush, to demonstrate in the bush? Why? Because citizens are clamped down. We will release citizens. When we release them physically, they are free. The minds will be released as well. That's how life works. You free the mind. What else are we going to do? Zero tolerance for corruption. I've talked about it already. What else? Number 3, right? So 1, rule of law, order. 2, rights, liberties, freedoms. 3, we want to make sure that citizens can and should be able to have a government that does not steal from them. No corruption. I've talked about the road. I've talked about the Youth Empowerment Fund. This is an election program, funding program, money from COVID and other sources taken to craft like that. And in the process, that 400 million, take it from me. Once the audit takes place, after that, this money, you will find out that only maybe 100 million was given to the youth. The 300 million will have been stolen by the same PF corrupt people. Wait and see. So now, there will be zero tolerance to corruption.
Let's invite the public, Mr. President. The line is 0955 5052, 0955 5052. you call us live and be able to, if you have any comment or contribution, you can talk to a president of the UPND, the Hakainde Hichilema, Bali One. We're having a conversation on different national issues. Mr. President, there are those who believe you can stand a better chance of winning the 2021 elections if your party works together with Chimbakamweli-led NDC. Is this something that you have considered?
We need unity of purpose. You've heard me say several times that this country needs unity of purpose. We need to unite now as citizens, number one. Just ordinary citizens, including you, DJ Shaw staff. You know that the country is collapsing under PF leadership. You can't continue like that for another 5 years. So we need to unite as citizens. Unite for good. Take out the bad to replace them with the good. We need to unite as organizations, churches. We need to unite as political parties. So the answer, we need to work together with Chimbakamweli NDC, with many other parties that are right thinking, that are serious for the improvement of this country's welfare.
So you would create an alliance with Chimbakamweli going into 2021?
I have answered the question, DJ Shostar, that we need unity of purpose. We need everybody. We need UPND, we need NDC, we need ADD, we need NAREP, we need everybody. You see, there are two groups in this country. One group is PF and their political party surrogates. We know them. And the bad, and the corrupt. One group only. The other group is the group of the good. The UPND, the NDCs, the ADDs, the NAREPs, the other genuine opposition political parties. And on this group is where the citizens of Zambia, because the citizens are always wanting that which is good for their children. This is the good side. So what I'm saying now, we, the good side, must unite to get the bad out, the corrupt out, the greed out, those stealing COVID funds, and yet exposing medical staff, frontline medical staff, to no protection, to no medicines in hospital. Yes, thank you very much.
Hello, you're live. Good morning. Hello, you're live. Good morning. Thank you. Mr. President is listening.
Morning, sir.
Mr. Wiseman from Kabwe?
Yes, sir.
Can you go on, please? The UPND president is listening. Thank you, Mr. Wiseman. Your response to that, Mr. President?
Very quickly, I think Wiseman is correct, and I thank him for calling in. Definitely, everybody must be on the ground. This notion that Bali HH must go everywhere, every corner, 13,000 polling stations and protect the voter around. No. This is the unit I was talking about. This is what this side, the good, must be. Everybody must take it as their duty, because we're all suffering to campaign, to be on the ground. And the police should not stop people who are exercising their freedom of movement, freedom of association, freedom of assembly, media freedom. That's what we talked about earlier. That will end immediately we come into office, to create an environment of freedoms. That's why we're in a freedom struggle. So I agree with him. Everybody must go. And I use this platform to send that message. Everybody must go and do their work. They shouldn't wait for HH alone, because we are all hurting, we are all suffering under this visionless leadership. And basically, what he's saying here is confirmation. When he says he has a farm, he has a youth, he has not accessed the empowerment fund. If the empowerment fund is for Zambia, how come he has not accessed it? So
let's stop to acquire the empowerment funds. They have to apply. I don't think the government is bringing the money to your doorstep. You have to apply and maybe send in.
Why, DJ Shosa, I like you. I like you because obviously in a very difficult situation, you are trying to help the disorganized PF to look organized.
I'm moderator. There's no PF here, so I have to be in the middle.
I know. You don't have to be in the middle. Talk to me. This is my show. Talk to me. Leave the PF alone. They will have their show. Yes. This is the HH's show, so that citizens can hear. Yes. There is no system. I have asked many youth. I'm asking wise man in Kaba. Have you seen the advert for the process, how you apply for this youth empowerment fund? It is money being given to PF cadres as an election funding. This money doesn't belong to PF.
So the youth empowerment fund is meant for PF cadres rather than just general youth of Zambia.
Yes.
Is what you're saying?
It is meant for the youth of Zambia, as usual, under the corrupt PF, under the leaderless, PF, under the incompetent PF. It's meant for their cadres only. But how many youth cadres are PF out there? The millions who are not PF, like Wiseman, are not accessing it. When did they allow all the youth to apply? I want to address the youth listening there. Are you aware of the application procedures for this youth empowerment fund? Have you applied? Has anyone responded to your application? Those that were given checks, handing out checks like it's their money. I mean the PF money. They don't have money. That is public money. As I said, COVID money amongst that. So if it is not clear, it means it's a grey project, it's a dark project to steal money from us. They always steal. When you allow Lusambos, honestly speaking, DJ Showstar, when you allow the disorganized and really people like Lusamba to get involved, when you are dishing money at a rally, someone who's supposed to be the leader of 17 million people is dishing cash at a rally. Who are those you are giving money to? How did you select them? What about the remainder of the millions that are in distress? What are you doing to them? So this is the issue we're talking about.
Allow me to
yes.
fuse in another caller.
Yes.
Hi, good morning, you're live. Hello, good morning. Hello? Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, I can continue. Wiseman, in terms of his farm needs, we can talk off the line.
Oh, Wiseman can get in touch with us.
We can talk, yes, we can talk off the line. Because, yes, exactly. But our
Hi,
job...
good morning. Good morning, thank you. I'd like to know who we are talking to. Nicholas Lusaka. Mr. President is listening. You can go on, please.
Morning, Nicholas. Mwauka bwanji. Njala.
Come again. You're saying the cadres have been doing what? They are harassing you everywhere. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Are we done? All right. Good day. Thank you. So we talked about them being harassed by cadres in past sessions who are collecting monies from them. He says, how are you going to address issue like that?
Exactly. I feel for you, Nicholas, and many other citizens, drivers, taxi, bus, truck drivers, women marketeers. We touched on it already. I think you asked me a question. What are you what will be our immediate steps in office.
Yes.
This is one of them.
So
I said there will be law and order so that Nicholas and other drivers can operate freely in taxi ranks, in bus stops, on the roads. No thug, as is happening now, PF thugs, would be allowed to stop drivers, to disturb drivers, because that's their office. Kusia na former office, but kwacha ni mos. This is how they feed their children, Nicholas and friends. But today, the PF thugs, supported by PF government, and when they do nothing, their citizens are being harassed. You think these drivers like what is happening? They don't like. So this will come to an end. We are sworn in at 10 hours. The message goes by 16 hours. No thug will disturb citizens. Let them drive, move, get their customers freely. I said it already. That's what UPN will do. Thank you.
Okay. So that one's done. 12 months before, to 2021, Mr. President, and to the elections actually, and the sympathizers believe that you are not doing enough to sell yourself to the voters either on social media.
Well, I think this is part of what Wiseman said already. This is part of your question is part of what Wiseman. This is not an HH agenda. HH is doing a lot. People shouldn't see HH working when he's in the police cells. You know, I've been detained 15 times. So Zambians have become now accustomed to, if HH is not in detention, is not in maximum prison in Mokobeko, then he's not working. No. The freedom struggle, the liberation struggle, the opportunity to empower youth, to go to school, the women, to be able to trade freely, to have customers, the economy to grow. It's an agenda for all of us. It's not an HH agenda. As somebody tried to say that, oh, the opposition has lost by elections. They've lost. It is you children who are not in school who have lost. It is those who have no jobs that have lost. It's the retirees who have not been paid their money who have lost. It's everybody. Everybody must go on campaign. We are campaigning. Only last week I was in the Central Province. I'm sure you saw the footage, yes. Right? I'm not afraid of anything. But we shouldn't think that if HH is not in police cells, not being gassed, is not being in a chest all over, bullets shot at him in Sesheke, in Kawoma, remember, in Chilubi Island. Chilubi, there was a by-election. Yes. I went there to be there for 10 days. I was chased out like a dog. And Zambians just watched. We are there for you. We are there for each other. Do not sit and do nothing when the oppressors are oppressing bus drivers like Nicholas. Nicholas, you'll be a free man. Campaign for Bali wherever you are. Do not fear. Bali HH is not afraid. I'm not afraid. If I was afraid, I would have run away from this agenda.
Allow me to pick the next one, President. Hi there, good morning, you're live. You're live. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, you're live. We can hear you. We'd like to know your name and where you're calling us from. Brother Chisha, the president is listening.
Wachisha mwabuka sana. I can tell that voice who it is, but go ahead. Twabuka wino mkwai. Twabuka wino. Twabuka wino mkwai.
Brother Chisha, go on.
I can tell that is Chisha. Mm-hmm.
My question to you is that I remember when we had by-election in school, you complained to me that you said, oh, here is going to get all the other things. I mean, is that the responsibility of the PF to stay at our projects for this one to go and do your campaign? What I'm saying is that it's like the opposition will help you that you are supposed to claim as a totality. Why are you going to put your house in order today? What I know is that you have been trying to contest election, Mr. President. But it's like you have been voting, and I don't know if criteria are going to use the same one for the election, Mr. President. What kind of criteria are we going to use this time around? Because it's like you have used all the plans and yourselves. What plans are you going to use this time around, Mr.
Brother Chisha, Brother Chisha, you, unless there's another question, because I think that one is very much clear.
Okay, yeah, let me go to the next question. I like my right. Mr. President, for the question for you, you don't from the time here from the government, you don't have anything you can say CF has scored their plan. There's a very good for containing everything. Are you telling me that you are not saying infrastructure CF has put in place? What is your sense? You can't justify, you can't throw instructions to say, I'm going to such areas, CF have managed to achieve what they promised Zambia. For you, everything is CF doing useless. That's one of my questions. Thank you so much.
Chisha, thank you very much for your call.
Mr. Chisha, first and foremost, get your facts right. I never complained about lodges in Chilubi. Never. You never heard me complain about lodges. That's a problem in PF. You don't even have the basic facts. That's why you don't make the right decision. You need the facts, my brother. I never complained about lodges myself. When I go out campaigning, I sleep in the villages. I sleep in the camp. So that's for starters. The issue in Chilubi is that why did PF get the police to hound us out of Chilubi? Not just me, Chishimba Kambwile as well. The evidence is there. You should be ashamed, Chisha, that you are able to hound your fellow citizens out of a campaign area as though this is a military dictatorship. You should be ashamed. You know, even calling on this line, you should be ashamed of what's happening in the country under PF. You heard what Nicholas complained about, the driver, where your PF thugs, including maybe yourself, are extorting money from poor drivers who are suffering. You are extorting money from marketeers. You should be ashamed of certain things. Insoni ebuntu, Chisha.
Do you?
Let me answer, Chisha. Wait, DJ Shosta.
I'd like you to follow that. It's not, do you know that it's not everyone who is not complaining that is maybe directly linked to the PF?
Well, let me answer, Chisha, if you allow me, moderator. So, Chisha, you should be ashamed of even calling on a platform like that because you are just annoying so many people who are annoyed with PF, right? So please, insoni ebuntu. That's what somebody has said. You saw what happened in Chilubi. You should be ashamed. You saw what happened in Sesheke, where I was being gunned down. You saw that with the police and PF cadres working together. You saw what happened in Kaoma, where Lawrence Banda, 23 years old, was shot dead at 10 hours by PF thugs. You should be ashamed as a citizen. You should even be looking underground to have a UPND leadership that will bring decency into our country. So what is there you are proud of? What are you proud of, Chisha? Right? Number two issue, you say, you've been losing. Hey, my friend, it's the citizens that have been losing. Citizens are hating. That's why the economy has collapsed. That's why there are no jobs. That's why there's no money. People are hating everywhere. You should be, Chisha, you should be concerned about that. Don't just care about your own family and stomach. What HH is doing is caring for the stomachs of 17 million children, including orphans, including basically widows. That's what we care for. So when you count those numbers, I don't count those numbers, the times we have lost. What we are seeking is to better the lives of the people. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter. How long did it take to fight for independence? How many times was Kaunda arrested? How many times was Munakayumba arrested? How many times was Kakwekwe arrested? Did they stop fighting for independence? No, because they knew independence had to come. As we know that PF has to go because we need to bring a decent leadership. It doesn't matter how many times. Keep counting, Chisha. You'll be tired of counting. What we want is the leadership. He also asked about Facebook politics. Hey, Chisha, technology is here to stay. If you don't want technology, you are in the wrong place. Technology is here to stay, my friend. So if you say to me, what are you doing on Facebook? What is Lungu doing on Facebook? Why do you have the smart egos on Facebook and Twitter? What are you doing? You see, again, it shows your lack of understanding of the environment. That's why your party shouldn't be in office. It doesn't understand what is going on. People are hating. You're actually insulting people. Those who are listening to you now, they feel insulted. When your Lusambo tells Panji Kaunda that you should have stolen money when your father was the president, who told you that going into government is meant to steal money? HH is seeking government to save the people. and serve them better, not to steal from the people. You are in the wrong place. You want to make money, go into private business. First, I went to private business, and then I came into politics to give service, not to steal from the children who are orphaned. That is the last thing you say. What PF has done well.
Yes.
What PF has done well. I'll tell you what. I want to agree with you that PF is building roads because they are benefiting from corruption. They are building expensive roads. As I said, Lusaka Dollar Road. They are stealing $900 million, right? Two, they are building roads that are of low quality. Muli kumanga uku, muenda kusogolo mumanga, muleye kuntanshi, where you are coming from, the road is speeding off. You're building poor quality roads. You know that. Number three, what else should I be happy about? When you are gassing people, and then you accuse the opposition of gassing people, yet you are the ones gassing people. Why should I praise you for that? Why should I praise you for basically making coronavirus money diverted to give gifts to your cadres? Why should I praise you for attacking the media? You are attacking the media, radio stations. Chisha, where attention, boy?
I'm going to bring in
yes.
Good morning, you're live. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning, sir.
Dr. Proud, do you have a question for the president, for the UPND president? Dr. Brown? Dr. Brown, the only problem I have is you keep on talking. Can you please get your points up? We can give other people a chance to talk. Dr. Brown? Thank you, Dr. Brown. Thank you, Dr. Brown. I'm still here with UPND president. We love him like that, Dr. Brown.
Are we not friends? We are friends. Yes.
So, Mr. President, yes. Mining, especially copper mining, has been Zambia's economic lifeline for many years.
Yes.
But the benefits of this mineral resource has eluded ordinary Zambians who continue to languish in abject poverty.
Yes.
My question to you is, how do you intend to allow Zambians benefit from the God-given resource, including the gold that has just been discovered?
DJ Shosta, very good question, but Proud, we take note of what he's saying. Yes, cement is expensive, everything is expensive. Sugar, meal, that's why people are eating pamelas. It tells you that there are problems here. And Chisha must know, if he's eating well himself, people are going to bed without food in the compounds, in the villages. It's because of poor leadership of the PF. Epela, endita mkwai, la Chisha wesu. Indita mkwai, chalo nacho naika. You know, there's not two ways about it. Now, the issue Proud is talking about in terms of, markets, we've all been cheated. City market, when it was banned, money was raised, the PF lied that they'll build city market within 2-3 months. There's no city market built. Ukuiva, right? Ubufi baba PF to nakana ubufi akachero. Mining, very important sector. It's messed up by PF, completely messed up. You don't put your cadres to liquidate KCM. We would have never done it that way. In the first place, we will stabilize the mining sector, starting with the policies. DJ Shosta. We start with the policies, stable policies, attractive policies. Number one. Number two, new mining licenses under UPND will go to Zambians and Zambian citizens. That is the law we are going to change, so that those Jerabos can be new mine owners proper on those dams, instead of cheating them before an election. Different thinking.
What will happen to the holding investors?
No. You've heard me. I said new mining licenses. It's very clear. When you hear me, DJ Showstar, saying something, I select my words very carefully. It's a training I've received over years. My words are very careful. You can even replay what I've said here. I said new licenses will go to Zambian and Zambian citizens. Epela, Endita Mkwai, Chapwa, Kwamana, Kwasira. Then, and that's why I said even in Jerabos will be given proper license so that they become mine owners. Not every time election in Africa, after the election is over, there will be nothing like that.
Will we have enough machinery as the locals to be able to run some of these?
This is why earlier you say things like they are simple. Because when your mind is clear and you understand business, it is clear and it sounds simple. The equipment, what's the meaning of the equipment? The equipment will be financed because we will also be able to lay the financing arrangements. First, let me put it to you that once we give license to Zambians, including you, DJ Showstar,
I'm definitely getting it.
Very much. Then we don't end there. We give you support. What part of support? If you need capital, you don't have enough capital. You don't have to have been born under UPND leadership. You don't have to have been born with $1 million. Nobody's born on the birthday with $1 million. Remember, you're born naked. Eh? We're all born exactly the same way. But over time, some people become wealthy, others become poor. It is the way leadership works in those countries. It's the way policies are put in those countries. It's the way how capital is worked. And that's what we're going to bring to the table as a UPND leadership. So, by giving you a license, DJ Showstar, just to give you a license, we are giving you capital. How? We are going to attract, you will attract joint venture partners. You will have the license. UPND government gives you the license because the minerals were given to you by God. That's why he made you get to be born in this country. Then the capital will come from a local, from a financial, from who else? Another investment, international investment. That's how it joint ventures. The capital will come, the equipment will be bought. Don't worry about that. That's why you hear me saying, what is right has now looked like it's not known. There are many things we're going to do. We're going to value add in the mining sector. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, you're live.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning, thank you. I would like to know your name and where you're calling us from.
Okay, this is Wiseman Temples.
Is it the Wiseman we talked to earlier on?
No.
Oh, okay. Please go on, Mr. Wiseman. The president is listening. You can go on.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. President.
Morning, Watembo.
Morning. First of all, I have one question for you to start with. Currently, you have no vice president. I would like to find out when you're going to have a vice president, because you cannot do it yourself. Then, secondly, you have been a leader for UPND since 2006. You haven't gone to any convention. Don't you think that's being a dictator? Because you've been leader for 14 years and no one has challenged you. So let's find out from you why you haven't gone to a convention. Does the UK constitution allow you to stay for that long without having a convention? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Wiseman. You can check it out.
Yes. Watembo, first and foremost, Vice President will come, don't worry. I'm happy that you are interested in us having a Vice President. I'm interested, UPND members are interested, there will be a Vice President. Just be patient a little bit and you'll be very happy when the Vice President comes through. I don't choose, the party chooses. You see, this is again the misnomer you make. You think that HH chooses a Vice President. No, the members of UPND choose a Vice President and the members of UPND will choose the Vice President. Thank you very much. I agree that we need a team and we have a team. We continue assembling a team. Secondly, you say I've been a UPND president, I've never gone to a convention. You've got your facts wrong. I've been to the convention twice. It's on record. Mulebelenga boy. Watembo, muzibelenga mweo. Mwabelenga ngati mwaibala, mwaenda kuma archives, muzapeza that I've been to the convention twice. And we're in time for the third one, which is coming within a month or so. And you'll be very happy again. You are free to come and challenge HH. Even you, if you are a UPND member, you are free to come and challenge HH, and if you win, we'll give you support. If you lose, give the winner the support. That winner could be HH, give HH support. You shouldn't have a problem with that. What we are doing now is to prepare. We have already almost finished the intra-party elections from the lower levels to the higher levels, and soon we'll be going to the General Assembly, which is the same as the convention. Maybe because we call it the General Assembly, you think it's not a convention. It's just a nomenclature. It's just a title.
Let me bring in
Thank you.
Good morning, you're live. Oh goodness. 0955 5052. That's the number you can reach us on. Good morning. Good morning, thank you. Would like to know your name and where you're calling us from? Mr. Moses, the UPND president is listening to you. You may go on with your contributions or comments.
Abene makululu mwavuka shani kwaye. Insala ilikonse mkwaye tuachula pafula. Tuchinje.
The capacity to fly out of Zambia is anything go wrong, but you have no capacity. So let's expose Zambia, put this sort of UPND, they like losing it as well. Mr. President, I want you, when you come into power, make sure I
Oh, goodness. Before you start answering, I want to connect. There's a question that he has cut, but there's a question that I have for you.
Yes.
I think I actually mentioned it on.
Yes, you did. DJ show start.
Yes. So when not so long ago, you were on Radio Phoenix.
Yes.
There was a statement. You said we will not arrest anyone when we come into power. Some people might have misconstrued to mean that you will not arrest those involved in corruption. I want to know exactly what you mean.
All right. Appeal. A DJ show start.
And why?
Well, Timberlane. First, the job of leadership is to provide vision, management, monitoring, control for improvement. That's the job of leadership. What else? Is to ensure separation of powers. The executive has too much power. That power must not overextend to everything, including dictating who should be arrested and for what. That will be not HH and UPND job, executive. It will be the job of, as I said to you earlier, the police will work professionally. The men and women who work in uniform work professionally. Will return them to a professional service, not the chip and tap that we see today. What does that mean? It means that if somebody has committed a crime, it will not be President HH and his cabinet and other politicians to dictate that uyu mumumangi, uyu osamanga, uyu mumuchose mujeo. No, it will be the police who will work professionally to investigate first, and the drug enforcement, working with the Auditor General, working with the Financial Intelligence Center, working with other agencies that will investigate and find someone palpable. Meaning what? Someone who may have committed a crime. And it is them to decide, to prosecute. And the courts will work independently. That's the separation of powers I was talking about. To make sure that no UPND minister will take a crowd to the Magistrates Court, the way Chirufya Chitaru did as Minister of Health, who was teaching us how to observe social distance, how to observe masks, and he took a crowd there. No one. That's the order I was talking about earlier. So the courts will be free to discharge their duties, to deliver justice on time. Justice delayed is justice denied. We will free the instruments of the state to work professionally and independently. We'll give them the financial support. We will also give them political will to operate freely. There is no issue that this one is the president's daughter, president's son and nephew, so they should not be prosecuted. No. There will be no issue that this one is a poor person, this one is from the village, this one is from this tribe, so Mumangen, arrest them. No. There will be a professional approach. That's what I meant, appeal, that there will be no political interference. The president is an executive and his team, our job will be to run mines, to process more manganese. Instead of selling manganese rock at $50 per ton, when we process, we invest $10 million to process in a processing plant. We'll be able to sell manganese, our manganese at $1,000 per ton. Value addition, more jobs, more benefits, more money to the miners who we have given licenses, including you, Bob. Then you can make more money. That will be our pride. And then we will grow the economy and produce money to pay for the sick, the weak, the widows, the children in school, in health, and provide support for health services and grow the economy. Put money in agriculture, put money in tourism, put money in commerce and industry, put money in mining. What else? No one will be allowed to mine gold or process gold. Gold mining and processing is the simplest. I hope you know that gold is one of the mines that occurs in its pure form. Very simple. Washing from alluvial gold. Just washing. And then the basic processing, you have your gold, melting. That's what it is. Why would you invite the Sudanese? Because corruption, because of political violence, funding, allowing the Sudanese to come into the gold mine as a way of rewarding them for trading PF thugs. I was taken to jail for that. I hope you remember. 2012, 2013, I said PF were training militias in Sudan. And I was right. Now these militias you see beating people like Nicholas drivers. This is the connection, giving gold to the Sudanese to reward them for training PF militias to beat innocent citizens, to attack radio stations. That is not correct.
You also
Thank
you.
you.
The German concerns, but
yeah. So really, we are not going to a political interference in arresting them. Thank you.
Good morning, you're live.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, thank you. Would like to know your name and where you're calling us from?
Yes, my name is Brother Alex. I'm calling from Kabwata.
Brother Alex, the UPNG president is listening. You may go on, please.
Role President Muzuhile Chwa.
Nazua shangwe muzuhile mngaka. Candelas.
Well, President, mine is simply to talk on the alliances. Zambia, like any other African country, is very much into admiring alliances. I want to find out how you are going to deal with the issues of distributing positions after winning elections. Because as for me, this has brought a lot of issues in many countries. Gambia is one of them right now as we speak. Mr. George Weah is not in good terms with the Vice President because of the issues of alliances and so on. Including Malawi itself, where we've seen so well. I want to hear from you how you are going to deal with the issues of how to give positions to different partners in your alliance. Apart from that, President, I wanted very quickly to talk on the issue of the people you say that you will give them a house if they take you to court. But President, you have said this many times and I have heard you say it. Now I have kids, please don't give this house to anyone. Give a house to me who has no house. I'm only saying, thank you so much, President.
Thank you, Mr. Alex. Distribution of positions when you become president.
I think first and foremost, DJ Shostar, we have already said the importance of acknowledging that Zambia is now in a two-tier arrangement politically. There's no way, two ways about it. There are people who think there will be a third force. There will be no third force because democracy is now gravitating into the usual if you like. We use the word bipolar, but let me simplify, two groups. This is what democracy, as you get into a democracy, a genuine democracy, over time, it begins to gravitate from 40, 50 parties, as it is. We have more than 40 political parties registered. But if you look at the 2015, out of 10 candidates that stood for the presidency, please just this so people can understand. 95% of the vote was shared between PF and UPND. Forget whether they were stealing of votes here, but 95%. The other 8 candidates shared 5%. In 2016, this position even narrowed more from here to this. Two choices, mainly. The bad PF and the good UPND and the rest of the people of Zambia. The election results. Again, I like to help people of Zambia who have been made to think that reading and numbers don't matter. Reading and numbers matter. UPND and PF, the votes were 98% plus. The other 7 candidates shared less than 2%. It's not about to change, it will be the same. So what am I saying? I'm saying unity of purpose is what we need. One group must go away in 2021. That's the PF and their surrogates and those who eat with them. Then is the UPND and the rest of the people of Zambia. So unity of purpose here is necessary. We delivered independence by working together.
The line,
political parties.
The line to call us on is 0955 5052. You're live. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. Your name and where calling us from?
Mr. Sinkara calling you from Joseph.
Mr. Sinkala, the UPND president is listening to you. Please.
Okay, thank you. Mr. President, my main worry is this the so-called scatters, or is it security way? I want to know what plans do you have for them? Because as soon as you form government, I know that the same guys will still be behaving like the way people cadets are behaving. So, what, especially the security way, because these are the main, these are the most guys who are causing havoc in the country, should I say. And this is the same group which has made EPM to be unpopular. So, what plans do you have for this security?
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I think it's something that you've already touched
Yes.
on.
Yes. So DJ Shostar, just to close up on this issue of alliances, and I'll move to. So
Yes.
I am saying if there are two groups, which there will be no issue of third force other than just a spoiling activity, just an activity to be used to malign, one group of citizens against another. We have no time for that. So it is clear in my mind, it should be clear in any Zambian's mind, that when Zambians have come together to pursue good against the bad of those in government, like the colonial government, all the political party freedom fighters came together and delivered independence, unity of purpose. 1991, we all came together to get rid of the bad. What was the bad? The one-party state. And we delivered multipartism. Now, it's another time that we should come together to deliver freedoms, personal freedoms, liberties, economic, social freedoms, and opportunity for our people. Jobs, food, employment, as I said, self-employment included in there, business, right? We need to come together. There's no choice at all. The question is that when we come together and we all mean well, we will find ways of accommodating each other, because winning is only one thing for us in UPND. Delivering the country better is another, and we need the skills to find a common ground as long as all of us mean well for the country. The difficulties arise when you mean different things. Now, what we want to believe we mean the same things. Now, Sinkara, yes, Sinkara, we have a clear program. We will never allow catering. Remember, I answered the question that we are sworn in 10 hours. By afternoon, we don't expect any thuggery in the streets, in the markets, in the bus stops. There will be order. And how do we do it? We will give the youth the opportunity. Education, jobs, businesses like mining licenses, timber licenses, the Mukula license will be given to the youth, the women, the citizens, not foreigners, because this timber, this Mukula, God gave us. So we will utilize the youth to manufacture desks for schools. We will not buy from outside, from the youth. Nurses' uniforms, military uniforms, police uniform will buy from the youth and the Zambian. So the cadres will have something to do, not beating people, not under UPND. No.
I have a question, Mr. President. We have seen a precedent set in the country where a former president is stripped immunity and taken to court for corruption. Question is, do we see you taking President Edgar Lungu to court in the event that you become president after 2021 general elections?
Yeah. First, it's not a job of a president like ourselves and our team, a united Zambia. That's what we want to produce after 2021. United Zambia, united for good, for the benefit of the people, against the PF and the BAD and their surrogates. Clear. So it's not want to redeem the country, to go into government to fix people. It is not HH's agenda to seek public office to fix Chisha. Because Davis Mwila, I've heard him campaign every time he's in Wapula, he's in Northern. His campaign message is that we voted HH and UPN because akatokaka. So, even Davis Mwila, finish uletina. Why HH akakukaka? HH does not kaka people. That's the difference we bring to the table. Finish utina iwe. Finish wachita. Wachita chani zamene ulikuyopa kuti uzange na mujeri. HH is not like you and your friends who arrest innocent people. I've been arrested 15 times. I've been tortured, put in a cell with feces, fresh feces. It is God who allowed that to happen to me. To show me the wrong things going on under PF, so that we can fix them, we can correct them when we're in office. God help Zambia. Wait a minute. It is not our duty, that's the first thing. Our duty is to fix the economy. Jobs, food, children, youth, empowerment, proper empowerment. Not this Mickey Mouse going on, not this kindergarten stuff going on, stealing money from the youth, through the youth. No. Serious, very serious. Zambians must prepare for a serious leadership that will take care of them. We will not go out to seek leadership to go and arrest Mr. Lungu. For what? I know he's scared of that because of what he did to me. I want him to hear this message. Mr. Lungu is not like you. You think. Does not seek leadership to punish you or seeks to better the lives of you, better the lives of citizens. That's the difference. You are in there to fix to fix Kambwili, to fix Mirupi, to fix others. We are there seeking leadership, not to fix you. Hear it from me. This is a big question, my brother. Hear it from me. That's the difference in the approach, in the concoction of the minds, in the setup of the mind. Totally different. Why think that you will be thrown in jail? Because you've thrown HH in jail? Because you've thrown Kambwili in jail? No, our thinking is different. We have nothing to do with the removal of the immunity of the president. We have everything to do with focusing on bettering the lives of Bayufi, Imisepela, Avananti. Right? Now, what is the issue here? I think Mr. Lungu is guilty of what he's been doing to Zambia, wrongly, unfair. Right? Tolerating gassing, creating gassing, and accusing wrong people. He's scared of that. Davis Mwila is scared of maybe the stealing they've done. HH does not pay attention to those issues. HH pays attention to ending corruption through the institutions, through the professional institutions that will be allowed to operate. That's their job. That will not be HH's job. Any minister in the UPND who will say, Mr. President, let's go and arrest Davis Mwila. I'll say, why? Why do you want to arrest Davis Mwila? He's a citizen. It's not your job to arrest Davis Mwila. That's a job for the police. That's a job for the financial intelligence center. That's a job for the drug enforcement. That's a job for the Anti-Corruption Commission. That's why we'll give them authority, delegated authority to do their job. Our job is very clear. Our cloth is cut very clearly. What we want to do is to fix the country's economic challenges, to better the lives of people of Zambia. All the 10 provinces of Zambia, equity, fairness, no discrimination. No one will be removed from the civil service because you are a PF member. No, because you are unique, because you are what? No, you are a citizen. All those that have been removed from the public sector under PF is draconian behavior, oppressive behavior. Just know that you are on leave. HH and the UPND government will bring back, give you back your offices, you come back to your offices, you'll be allowed to be promoted, to be remunerated, to be paid back your back pay. The money is there. We'll raise that money from cutting corruption. So, Mr. Lungu, I can see how he behaves. I watch him. I look at his body language. I look at his venom. We don't have the venom he has. We have no interest in him. We have interest in the 17 million Zambians. That's the difference. I want this message to go to him. I know the maneuvering going on. I know that the PF are training thugs to disturb the elections in 2021. I'm aware of that. I know that they are stealing money in order to fund violence in the elections. I know that. But Zambians are stronger than any group of people whose mentality, whose fabric, moral fabric is negative and is colossally wrong. We are here to make the country better, not to arrest people. But that's a job of other institutions, not a separation of power. Thank you. I hope I've answered your question.
It's very clear. Good morning, Alaba Q. Alive? Hello? The line is 0955 5000 52.
Can you allow me just to close one match? Thank you.
We already have some
All
more.
right, thank you.
Hi there, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, thank you. You're live on Q, madam. Would like to know your name and where you're calling us from.
Diana calling from Patriotic.
Diana, the UPND president is listening. Please, you may go on.
Good morning, President HH.
Good morning, Diana Mulisha and Kopala.
Because of time, unless there's another question. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
She says the people you accuse to be corrupt, the court quits them.
Well, when a regime is autocratic and it gets corrupt, it corrupts everything. That's why I was talking about separation of powers. I can understand where Diana is coming from. I can understand. Because the promises that Mr. Sata gave have been thrown in the water under Mr. Lungu. It's clear. I hardly attacked Mr. Lungu. Have I attacked him yet? You asked me a question that, what are you going to do? Are you going to remove his name? That's the only time you heard me respond to that issue to Mr. Lungu. You didn't hear me. I feel sorry for Diana because she had hopes that there will be jobs as they promised the people of Zambia. There are no jobs. Even her, if you check on her properly, she's suffering. In Salata Isala yo, ila sumafi. Right? The issue of talking about privatization, I have answered that issue several times. And you can see that now it becomes just a song when HH is on radio, ask about privatization. Since you believe HH has committed a crime, why don't you take him to court? And let the court adjudicate. Are PF afraid of taking HH to court? No. Are they afraid of arresting HH? No. Because they've been arresting me. Why don't they arrest me on privatization? Because it's not there. I challenge Diana. You are saying I should have left you with a mine. I never sold any mine. Why you want to give me power at 29 years old to leave you with a mine? What mine did I give away to anybody? Who? But Diana, go to court, go to a police report to a police station in Kitwe, in Ndola, in Chingola, in Kalurushi, in Mufurila. Today, apapene muye ku police station mukebe ati HH alikuwa to mulando, alishisha mine, alitupoka mine. You are saying I should have left you with a mine. The people who sold the mines were the MMD government. They are there, they are still alive. Mr. Chikwanda is alive. Edith Nawaku is alive. They are all there. Me, I was 29, 30 years old. I've said this before. Number, Mwaichewa 29, 30 years old, Arishama Maini, which belongs to the government. We must deal with some of these issues. I feel sorry for Diana. You can see in her voice that she's distressed. She's actually worried what will happen. You are okay about Diana. Tukamisunga, we know. We have hearts that are different from the brutal colleagues that are beating people, including drivers. We shouldn't do things like that. I've said that already. On the copper belt, abantu balechula bakwata byakulya ubwafyafye every day baleya tuma Pamela mule umfa. Please, let's help the country. I know what you feel. You are afraid that maybe mukakakwa. Nobody will arrest you. If you've not committed a crime, why do you think anybody will arrest you? Are we mad? We're not mad. Are we brutal? We're not brutal. Do we love the people of Zambia? Yes, we love the people of Zambia, including you, Diana. Bushe, leken tubo me. Leken tuafwe abana banshiwa. Leken tuafwe abantu bale for kunsala. Please, Diana, you will be safe under the UPND leadership. We think differently, but certainly better. You are saying to Tashe. What do you want me to touch? Ntashe insala? Ntashe kwa bulenchito? What do you want me to touch? We thank people when they've done something. What is it that you want us to thank? Ask the people of Kitwe, Chingola, Chambori. Ask the people of Chipulukoso. What should they thank somebody for? Amachushi? No.
I'm not confusing.
Thank you.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. You're live. Good morning, thank you. I would like to know your name and where you're calling us from.
This is what Triple H calling you from Mutumbi area.
Triple H, the UPND president is listening. You can go on, please. Oh, goodness. Triple H has gone. The line is 0955 5052. That's the number you can reach us on. Good morning, I love you. Hello, good morning. My friends, UPND president, you can go on.
Tauka mlibanji kwa Mrs. Yuko.
Your question your face for some food at Banji, my friends. Uh-huh. All right. We can, because of time. Thank you so much for your questions. If we can only accommodate in the next 10 minutes, if we can only accommodate one question per person, it would be nice. Okay. Okay. So one question per person, that would be very nice.
Yeah. You want a quick one?
Yes.
About Fraser from Mrs. Thank you for the question. At why HH's name appears in the privatization of mines? Again, my brother, about Fraser. There's nowhere where it is in the report that HH sold a mine. It is nowhere. It is in the minds of people. Just as a way of detracting attention of the people of Zambia. There's nowhere. In those reports, Mr. Lungu's name is there. The report is talking about. Why is he not asking Mr. Lungu, what did he do? Why are you asking HH, which is common knowledge? It's very clear what HH did, what he didn't do. I didn't sell any mine. That's where I offer the house. The one, a colleague was asking, give me that house instead of giving it to anybody. Because he knows that no one will get that house. Because I never sold the mine. It is malice. It is detracting attention so that citizens do not focus on corruption of the PF. Citizens do not focus on lack of jobs. Citizens do not focus on food which is not in the table.
Maybe you can explain
Yes.
the involvement, if any, in the privatization that you had. That's
Yeah.
maybe being
Yeah. If you come to HH to say, HH, we want you to assess the value of this asset based on your skill, based on your education. Do evaluation for us. That's my job. That's my business. That's what I'm trained to do. Same as you go to a lawyer. As many lawyers are mentioned there. In that list, there are many, many lawyers who did work. Me, I'm not like them mentioning other names. I've just mentioned one name. Mr. Lung was there. Mr. Lung was there as a lawyer. I was there as a person skilled in corporate finance, in valuations. You want to sell your house, but DJ, you come to me and say, you value this asset. Myself, I value an asset, a composite of assets, a business valuation. That's what's called. I give you that this asset of yours, based on the market conditions, the demand and supply, the quality of your asset, the state of your asset, it will sell between $200 million and $250 million. I give you the range based on professional advice. You go and sell the house or your business at $10. After 20 years, you come to me. Me, I told you, this asset is worth between 200 million and 250 million. But you are the owner. I'm not the owner. You asked me to give you an indication of the market value. Willing seller, willing buyer, both of whom are deemed to have equal knowledge about what is being sold. That's the way it works. Then you go and sell the house or the asset at $10. 20 years later, you come and complain to me that, HH, why did you allow me to sell my house at $10? But I told you that this is the worth of the asset. Because you are corrupt, or someone is corrupt along the way, or you wanted money quickly, and you got your money, which you never shared with me. Then you come to me after 20 years that, Mwana, I should have listened to you. Now, instead of apologizing that you made a mistake to your family, you come and start attacking HH. But you are the owner of the house. Am I the owner? Am I the one who sold it? No. You sold it yourself. I hope I've explained. Just a little bit. The lawyers, like Mr. Lung, many lawyers, I don't want to mention, many of them, over 2,000 lawyers in this country, were asked, now you see, what may I do a business valuation for you? Then you decide you are the owner. Then you engage the lawyer to do a contract of sale. The lawyer does a contract of sale for you. You've agreed the price on your own with the buyer. Then after 20 years, you go to a lawyer and say, you see, Mr. Lawyer, you shouldn't have allowed me to sell that asset at $10 because you are the one who helped me draw the contract of sale. Then I blame you. You must be a damn fool yourself. Honestly, you're dumb. And these chaps are dumb, completely dumb. You blame the wrong people for things they never did. I never did anything, I never committed a crime. But even if that is the issue, I never got involved in valuing any mine. That is the crux of the matter. Never. So for Diana to say, you should have left us one mine at least. Are you not the one who have put KCM in liquidation? Is it not PF? Are you not the one who are killing the mines by giving your cadres to be suppliers in KCM, and you leave the genuine mine suppliers who are not getting contracts in KCM, who are losing money, they're not being paid because you're paying your cadres? Where is HH in there? So after 5 years, again you're going to blame HH for putting KCM in liquidation. You must be a damn fool.
Let's move on. Your MPs, they've been accused of not representing the masses in critical times. They ran away.
Our MPs debate matters. Again, look at the Hansard. What is a Hansard? Hansard is a document where they record the debates, parliamentary debates. That is called a Hansard, right? You look at it. Our MPs debate, but when it comes to Butte, that's what this individual is talking about, which is meant to destroy democracy, to give more powers to one individual, so that they can change the composition of parliament, so that they can dictate who gets arrested, so that you can enter knowledge on PF corrupt people. When you enter a knowledge found innocent. This because one of the callers said that when they are taken to court, they are found innocent. Why do you call them corrupt? They are corrupt. We can see the corruption in the fire tenders, in the ambulances, in the fertilizer purchase. The fertilizer will bring it at a true cost ourselves. Fertilizer now, the true cost is 7,000 kwacha per ton. PF are giving contracts to their corrupt friends and bringing the fertilizer at 18,000 kwacha per ton, when it's supposed to be brought in at 7,000 kwacha per ton. It's corruption. When they go, they are taken to court, their friends, then a knowledge is entered, instructing the DPP to enter a knowledge. That doesn't mean that people are clean. For heaven's sake, understand what is going on. The PF is corrupt, it's incompetent, and there's no two ways about to describe them. The PF is brutal. That is why they're beating people. How can you be a leader and allowing your citizens to be beaten every time in the market? So the issue is that there is nothing that HH did wrong. If HH did anything wrong, by Fraser, can we put this issue aside and look at the suffering of the people? Why UPND MPs are not supporting Butane is because the church does not support Butane, genuine church. Because civil society does not support Butane. Because the party UPND does not support Butane. Because other right-thinking political parties do not support Butane. Because the people of Zambia do not support Butane.
Is it everything that Butane that has that you don't support, or there are some parts that you can actually say for Zambian people?
Boy, ngatuwa waikanshava mukamwa. Apili mwe mwezi wa chinyanja. Pakucha nshava, mwaikanshava mukanwa zitatu. Imozi ni yo wola. When you chew, what do you say in Nyanja chewing? Mukasheta. Mukasheta, vonze virula. So, pozichosa mukamwa, simusanka ija yo wola chape. Muchosa vonze. You spit everything. That's Butane. Butane, there could be 20 clauses there or more. And they put one sweetener of the clause. PF wants us, Fraser wants us, and Diana wants UP and the MPs and the people of Zambia, the church included, to swallow everything. No. You put one thing good, appearing good out of 20, you want us to take in 20 bad, out of 20, you want us to accept the 19 wrong things because there's one good thing in there. No, we spit. Once the digital spit. That's why our MPs walk out of parliament on Butane. They will continue doing that. Butane has been rejected by the people of Zambia.
They recently said that they had removed the things that people had complained about, so that maybe the agenda can go on.
Boza. wenye boza ubufi akachero ubufi akasuba ubufi chungulo bubera bwata makesha bakakuyuka bubera kubecha.
Allow me to good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning, thank you. Your name and where you're calling us from? Mr. Ngoma, because of time, I'm only allowing you one question. We only have 10 minutes with the president.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Angoma mwauka. Mavuti.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. Because of time, I think he's heard the concern. 0955 5000 52 0955 5000 52. Oh goodness, I think we've lost that one.
But there's a question.
Yes, maybe we can just add this one, then we can deal with two questions. Good morning, you're live.
Hello.
Good morning, you're live. Your name and where you're calling us from?
This is Mr. Chikola.
Mr. Chikola.
Yes, I'm calling you from Lusaka.
All right, Mr. Chikola, you can go on and talk to the UPND president. Is listening.
Okay. How are you?
We're all right, sir, but we're not okay as a country.
The country is very bad, sir. I'm calling you from town center. As we speak right now, there's no power. You can imagine that. So I want just to advise you to say, please, this is your time, and this is the time you can sacrifice your life to bail us out from this problem we are going through. Yeah. I don't have anything to talk.
Mr. Chikola, thank you so much.
What you can do.
Thank you. Have yourself a wonderful day. Mr. President?
Yes, I think first Wangoma that speak on truck drivers who are suffering.
Yes.
You can hear the community saying it's suffering. But Diana and friends are saying there's no problem. This is a community, these are callers. But I want to agree with the Ngoma that people are suffering. Also, Chikola says the same thing. The people are suffering. So, a small number of people who are eating does not mean people are not suffering. People are suffering. I've never seen citizens suffer like this before. I've been in this country, living in this country, born here for a long time. I've never seen people suffer the way they are suffering under PM. So what is it that we must now go and start singing praises over? A party that found the country growing at 7% now is minus 3 this year. What is there to celebrate about? We must all unite and deliver change so that the truck driver, Vangoma, can have a license, not renewed every so often, but once in 5 years. So that UPND will give them an insurance policy to look after them when they are sick on the road, whether in Zambia or in foreign countries. To give them protection, physical. This UPND government will protect our drivers who are attacked in Congo, who are attacked in South Africa, who are attacked in other countries. The PF government doesn't care about drivers. We care for you, Angoma. And that is why you should support UPND and work with HH and UPND for change. You are the part of the group I'm saying on the right side of history, the right side of things. So we care for you. That is why we are not afraid to speak for you. Tulalanda, we speak. Tima kambira bantu, Angoma. Tilibe manyazi, tilibe nsoni, tilibe fear. What do you say fear in Chinyanja? Sitiopa ngako ya. Kulibe manta, tilibe manta. Because kulibe kunkana na manta when you are talking for people. But if you are eating on your own, you build 48 houses from nothing, and you say you are not corrupt. You even walk with your pockets, with your hands in the pocket. You are in court, Majesty Court. You are walking like a king there. Even that body language is awful. Because people are hungry. People are suffering. So, right, Chikola is right. There's no power. This is one of the things PF said there will be no load shedding. They said after the rains, 2019, 2020 rains, if it rains, okay, there will be no load shedding. And Lesani Maniotola gave us a lot of rain, but there's more load shedding because there's no leadership, there's no management. I'm not gonna mince my words about there's no leadership.
I have 2 questions. We only have 4 minutes to go.
Yes.
The second last is there's an alliance in the open. KBF, Felix Mtati, and Harry Kalala. I want to know if you feel threatened by this alliance.
No. What is there to threaten anybody? Why would anybody be threatened? It's a democracy. Kalava, Mutati, KBF, who, by the way, I want you to know something. I know KBF very well. When he talks against HH, I take the higher ground. I don't answer him, but I know him very well. I know who he is. We were together at UNZA. I know his character, but I'll never talk about it. Let the people of Zambia judge him. He tries to talk about me every day. But Kelvin, you know that I know you very well. But I'll never say things that you say about me. Because you are free, you are a citizen, you are being oppressed under the PF, your party. You and other Zambians, us must liberate ourselves from that PF oppression. So I don't know why you find time to talk about the HH all the time. I hear you, but I choose to be silent, but I know you very well. And you, where you're seated, you know that I know you very well. But I'm different from you. That's the difference we want to bring to the people of Zambia. To be mature, to focus on issues. I'm not the one in government. So I just wanted to address that part so that Kelvin knows that I know what he talks about. And I don't want to answer him because we must stay focused to take away the autocratic PF leadership, a failed leadership, a corrupt leadership. Now, I cannot be threatened by KBF. It takes long to build a political party. In this country, there are people who believe noise making, talking a lot makes you a better person. You must look at the track records of people. What have people done for themselves, for their families, for society? Then you can check them nicely. Noise is not the same as delivery and seriousness. This country does not need noise. But yet again, they are free. I wish them well. I wish Kalava, I wish KBF, I wish Mutati, I wish you, Abil, if you want to register a party, you should be allowed to do that freely. Nobody should stop you. Nobody should badmouth you. Nobody should talk things that are not palatable. Let us focus on bringing a leadership that will develop this country. Agriculture, tourism, health, jobs, education, business opportunities, giving citizens of Zambia land. 3 things I want to remind you that we focus on, amongst others, not the only ones. I talked about mining licenses, new mining licenses, going to Zambians and Zambian citizens, so that they can use that as equipment to partner with other people, foreigners or who has capital, the equipment you talked about. Equipment is only equipment in the productive sector. It's only a very small thing. Very small thing. In fact, it's the cheapest. The mine is more expensive. The overall capital raising, the issue of market and marketing, the issue of pricing is more important. When you get your market right for your product, instead of selling manganese at $50 per ton, you can sell it at $1,000 per ton. You've got a market. That is the refined thinking we want to bring and then deliver value. That is what matters most. Equipment is just a little piece you buy. You buy based on first the business. The business is driven by the market. And that's what UPND wants to do, and to bring value to this country. Now, the issue of forming parties, you should be free. Nobody should. If you want to register a party this afternoon, you should walk in the Registrar of Societies and register your party. Why do PF panic when KBF is talking? Why should they panic? When Kalava is talking, when Mutati is talking, when Kamburi is talking, when HH is talking, allow Kalava to talk, allow KBF to talk, allow Mutati to talk. Also, allow HH to talk, allow HH to move, allow HH to campaign, allow HH and UPND and other leaders to reach out to Zambians. Let the Zambians make a decision. Don't use force. People say this is a no-go area for HH. That is foolishness of the high soul. This is a country where we all own it together, equally. No one owns this country more than the other. Why would you say HH is not welcome here? By the way, let me tell you something. Lungu was good in in Monza. But this, a few days ago, people made a lot of noise and started calling their friends in Monza names. A few days ago, Lungu was booed on the Copper Belt. It is circulating. No one talked. No one called the people of the Copper Belt names. The people of Monza boo him, you call them names. The people of the Copper Belt boo him, no one calls them names. That is cheap. In Lusaka, Lungu was booed during the Youth Day. Seriously booed there, around the Holiday Inn area there. He was booed seriously. No one called the people of Lusaka names. Which indicates, let us behave ourselves. Presidents get booed. President Rupia Banda was booed. No one was called names. By PF in opposition. In 2010, 2011 in Doha, they booed him around Doha Hospital there, that roundabout. Nobody called anyone a name. President Mwanawasa was booed. Nobody called people a name. That is their democratic right. President Kaunda was booed in 1990. I was in the Independence Stadium then. President Kaunda entered, there was a football game there. He usually used to attend football games, international games, and he would play the first ball, right? Kuserula,
Yes.
I know Kuserula, eh? When he entered this convoy, he was booed like never before. He was pelted with oranges, pelted with lemons, pelted with bananas. The decent Kaunda, KK, did not beat anybody. He stayed in the match. He didn't call anyone name. Presidents, when you are not performing or you get booed, Mr. Lungu, you'll be booed more and more as we go to 2021. You must accept it.
Time has run out on us, but I want to know, we've talked about what you would do, the first day you take presidency.
Yes.
Now, my last question to you is, if 2021 does not go your way, what is next for UPND and HH?
HH is not a professional politician. HH is seeking to help the country, like you are, through your QTV, QFM. That's what you're doing. You're contributing. HH didn't come from nowhere. HH came from a village which is known by now. You don't have to look for HH's village where he was born. You don't have to manufacture witnesses all over, even threatening people that you were born here, where you were not born there. I don't know why people want to distort facts. So HH has a village, HH has a home, including where you are seated here. HH, keeps goats. HH can milk goats. HH can farm. HH can go back to his business. HH has a lot of choices. Let me put it very blunt today. The president we need in 2021 is one who does not need to be president to live, to earn an income from, but a one who is willing to humble himself, serve the people. Holding yourself like this doesn't mean you are humble. It isn't cheating people. It is your conduct. It is what you do. When you steal from people, you can hold your hand like this 10 times. You are still a corrupt person. You are still cheating people. What I am saying is that we need leaders who have something they've done for themselves before they went into government, and they are in government to serve the people, not to steal from them. They are in government to better the lives of the people, to create jobs, to improve agriculture. They are in government to ensure that when civil servants' loan deductions are made through PMEC, they are passed on to the financial institutions. We are seeking government to make sure that this insurance thing that they're deducting from people, you don't double tax people. You deliver health services to the people. We are seeking leadership to make sure that every child eligible for school, orphans, poor, or what, goes to school. When they complete school, college, they can get a job. That's UPND. That's HH. When they are not willing or able to get a job, they get business. That's why we want contract to go to them for making desks. If you're a carpenter, for uniforms, if you're a tailor, for building a clinic, under government school, you give the contract to the local people so that you can earn income and live better, look after your children. That's what we're seeking government. So if you're saying HH is not there, it is the people that lose. That's the leadership we want in 2021. We are too used to mediocrity, and we now think that mediocrity is the norm, is the new normal. No. Abantu balechula. antu avutika twayanda mwani tulokupenga mwani kwapenga. Let the people once under UPND 2021 with the rest of our colleagues in the alliance, in the church, in the civil service, citizens, common citizens, that alliance with the people, with the parties, with everybody. Let us work for the people. So to say what are you going to do? Will UPND die? What should UPND die? UPND should continue. Whether HH is there or not, it should continue. And you must be proud of UPND. Appeal. 20 years plus down the road, not in government, being brutalized, being arrested, being tear gas, being shot at, Lawrence Banda killed, Mapenzi killed, we are still there. Growing strong, from strength to strength. Mazoka leaves, a new leadership comes in, we continue. Check other political parties. When the first president dies, the party dies. But look, the first president who did very well, wonderful son of the soul, died on the line of duty, saving Zambians. We come on the scene. Zambians, through UPND, favor us with that responsibility. We take the party up and up and up. We get seats which we never had before. In case you don't know, UPND from inception never had seats on the government, parliamentary seats. Today we have councillors all over the country. In Kaputa, I'm proud of my councillors in Kaputa. In Mafinga, I'm proud of my councillors in Mafinga. They are not bought like tomatoes in a market. They're there. I'm proud of the councillors in Shangongo. I'm proud of the councillors in the Muninunga. Proud of councillors on the Kobe, everywhere. Proud of councillors in Luanseshi who won on a by-election not long ago. In Luanseshi, in Northern Province. I'm very proud of my councillors there. That is the party we have run, we have grown. It does not matter what you say, what detractors say. Numbers don't lie, figures don't lie. UPND used to be a party around 30%. Today, UPND, after stealing our vote, is common knowledge, 48%. Is that growth or not? It's growth. We won the election. I don't want to argue with anybody. 2001, 2015, 2016. 2021, allow Vananda Yufi, allow them to vote. Register NRSs, give NRSs to everybody. That is your duty. It's not your NRSs. It's the NRSs of people. Register as voters, young people, turn out to vote in big numbers, win and win big. Number one. Two, protect your voter to all costs until we are sworn in. Number three, then we cross the bridge to turn around the corner, to look after the weak, the children, the orphans, the sick, to look after even detractors, even those who have venom against citizens. We look after the civil service, men and women in uniform. When you go to a UN missions, peacekeeping missions, you will be paid your full allowances. Currently, the PF is deducted 50%. For what? To steal it. That money belongs to the soldiers, the policemen, the women and men in uniform. You will get your full allowance. Your remuneration will be taken care of. That is what you should support the people of Zambia through UPND for. It is not to disadvantage you. You are cheated. You are scaremonger that UPND will remove you from employment. No, we'll give you job security. Even those who have been removed, will bring you back into your jobs. Shapa Wakunguma and your friends, and many others, doctors, nurses who have been retired in national interest, civil servants, will look after you, will take you back to your jobs because you are citizens. The only qualifications is that you are citizens. Period. Appealing. Three principles will run the UPND government. One, on three letters, M, P, and H. M, you will be driven under UPND by merit, by quality, by your experience, your knowledge, not the name of where you were born, who you are friendly to. No, you can rise to become a permanent secretary of cabinet despite your name, where you were born. It's not your choice, it's God's choice. Merit. We run the country on merit. Remember, someone accused me that I never graduated at UNZA. I lied. When they're digging for my qualification, they found that I got a merit. So now people started to say, Country will vote in 2021 on merit. It's not for HH. We will run a meritocratic government. 2, we will run a government on pragmatism. We will not be interested in ism, socialism, capitalism. I hear a lot of political parties talk about capitalism versus communism and socialism. There is no isms. In running my ranches, I run them on pragmatic ways. I provide grazing, booze, genetic on pragmatic ways, water. We do it at the lowest cost. And that's why they're successful. We do it at the lowest cost. This is the art we'll bring to running the country. Pragmatism. Number 3, we will run the country on honesty. Honesty. Some people pronounce it as honest. It's honesty. It's HMPH. Meritocracy, pragmatism, honesty, and equity, fairness in the country. You should all be looking forward to the UPND government in 2021. We must change leadership because leadership is the key to everything. And you'll be happy. Even those that are afraid, they are made to fear like Diana, like my friend, Fraser. Once we've done our 5 years in office, even you will change your mind. We will not force you to change your mind, but you see that now you have electricity. No load shedding. Thank you very much, Apiri. We want the people of Zambia, don't be scared. Don't be scaremongered. You must look forward to a change of government. That's why we have elections, to remove failing governments like PF, bring in a UPND consortium with other Zambians. We are going to work for you. And we'll work for you diligently. Please go and campaign. Register, get your NRSs. When PF comes and mobilize NRSs, put it to they give you an NRC, you know what is in your heart. Get a voter's card, turn out to vote in large numbers, protect your vote, the rest leave it to Barry and the team. Na totela mkwai, ziko mkwambili, twasakira chikuma mwane, tunasakira kwa mwane, kalonga milame, zambi wechu wa mwikulu wa utuwa, atulame, lesa pale mkwai, mulungu atalise, lesa mlele. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We've been talking to UPND President, Bali One. We've been discussing different issues of national interest. Thank you so much for taking your time. For everyone who's just been following on radio, on TV, on social media, and everyone who's been just been calling us, thank you very much. Until next time, it's been Q Breakfast.